Hi, welcome to my VSG journey at 58 to lose this weight. I'm about 19 days past surgery, so I'm still a newbie at this. But I wanted to come in today first to give you an update and also to talk about this phase one eating. It's not really eating, it's drinking, and what I learned and what you can drink and the things I noticed about it. I'm already into phase two, but now that I'm through phase one, I have some insights on that. So just to get started here, not to bore people, my surgery weight was 333 pounds, and 19 days later, I'm at 320. So I've already lost 13 pounds in a little over 2 weeks. So that's great. You have no choice because of what you're eating. You are going to lose weight. So don't even be concerned about that. You're going to lose weight. If you go through Facebook and you read the different diets everybody's on, everybody is not on the same diet, and every doctor has their own plan that they think is best. And so you need to do what your doctor says. I think that's the best advice, and don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Okay, so let's go back to phase one now. For me, that was clear liquids, except that I could have yogurt. For me, I chose Greek yogurt because it has more protein. The name of the game, baby, is protein, protein, and protein, and that's it. That's what you're trying to get into yourself. And it's tough because you're totally in recovery mode, and it's hard to drink stuff. It's hard to eat stuff. Luckily, you don't have to eat much. It's mostly liquids. So let me tell you what I ate or drank in phase one. So mostly I lived on, I had protein water that was very good because it counted as water, and I got 15 grams of protein in every time. So I drank that. I had bought a bunch of protein shakes. I bought a bunch after I went to the hospital. In the hospital, they gave me one that I liked, and then I bought a bunch, and then my stomach did not at all like it later. So I have all these protein shakes that I never drank. You should try out your protein shakes before surgery, but I'm going to tell you, you may not be able to handle it after surgery. I ended up, instead of that, I had Isopure unflavored protein that I put in things, and that's how I got my protein in. So typically, this is how I started my day. I had a really nice vanilla yogurt that I could eat. It was a Greek one. I used Tillamook Greek. My dietitian okayed it, and it had 20 grams of protein in a half a cup. So that was good. I got lots of protein there. And I started my morning with that every day. Then I usually had, and I'd have a protein water usually. Okay, and then for lunch, I generally had a broth, either chicken broth or tomato soup. They let me have that. And I would add that Isopure to it, which added 30 grams of protein. And my goal for my doctor was she wanted us at 60 and no more than 60. And so that worked well for that. Isopure works really well in something hot and soupy, like broth. The only thing that I didn't learn this till after I tried doing it, the temperature of the broth needs to be under 140 degrees. If it's more than 140 degrees, it just clumps up and it doesn't do you any good. Under 40 degrees, it dissolves. You would never know it's there, and it's great. The thing is, if you can at all do it, make your own broth because it is so much better. It's so much more satisfying. And if you have an Instant Pot, it's even easier. I just threw in some drumsticks. You can use any chicken you want. Carrot, celery, bay leaf, peppercorns, onion, garlic. And then it took like an hour, and I had this fantastic soup. I froze most of it, but then I'd heat that up and I'd add some sort of seasoning to it. That didn't have salt in it, which is the way I want to make the broth. So you can add some salt to it. And I added some Mrs. Dash, whatever flavor you like. I just added the garlic powder one, and it made it terrific, and it made that a much better chicken broth than straight out of the box or straight out of the can. So you maybe won't get 60 grams of protein in, but at least make sure you get your water because you don't want to dehydrate. If you dehydrate, you're going to end up in the hospital. So I really focus first and foremost on fluids And then second, protein. Protein, protein, protein. So it's a really boring diet. Let's see, what else did I do? I also got sugar-free popsicles, and I did like those. And look around. At first I thought there was only one flavor because I don't really eat popsicles much. But then I found this great, the regular popsicle brand has a tropical one, and those were really good. Afternoon snack, I would have like Jello, sugar-free Jello. Generally, that's what I had. And then dinner, I made my own little protein shake. So it wasn't really, it was a protein shake. So I use Fairlife. If you haven't tried Fairlife, you've got to. It's got so much protein in it, and it's ultra pasteurized, and it's lactose free. I didn't care about the lactose free. That didn't bother me. But it is nice to get all the extra grams. And so I would take a cup of that, and then I took the Carnation sugar-free instant breakfast, which gave you some more protein. And then I blitzed that in my NutriBullet. If you don't have a NutriBullet yet, you should get one because it's fantastic. And then throughout the day, all day long, I also sipped water. So the name of the game is you need to get 60 grams of protein in at least, and you need to get 64 ounces. And I'm telling you at the beginning, it's not easy, and you're not going to do it. And so you have to be okay with that. Do as much as you can. Take a sip every 15 minutes if you need to. And let's see, I don't think I ate anything else outside of that. The reason they say 60 grams in the liquid phase is because if you're under 60 grams a day, your body muscle can deteriorate because it can break down your muscle to try to feed yourself because you are in a state of being well underfed. Like most days, if I got 400 calories a day, that was like a miracle. Okay, well, that's pretty much all I had for today. I hope you guys are having luck. If you're thinking about having surgery and you have questions, please post down below. I'm happy to answer them. If you're on this journey and you're in your 50s or 60s even, like me, I'm only 58. I'm only 58. In my brain, I'm only 58. Comment below too, because we can start a little community here and share with each other. So that's it for now. Thanks for visiting. I'll be with you again. I try to drop videos about once a week, and I'll let you know how phase 2 diet is going. Bye, everybody.